All right, sorry about that, gang. Well, welcome and welcome back, Mythlanders. This is session 40 of GoblinStone, and our heroes have been doing quite a bit the past few sessions. They rekindled the flame of Bridget in the Tower of Ogma. They fought their way through over a dozen hobgoblins, some of which, under captains, veterans, and such, and fought their way into the darkened goblin shrine, where they were chanting in their own tongue, chanting to their strange god, the One-Eyed, that they refer to only as the One-Eyed. Our heroes have seen depictions of them, some armored figure with a stylized X carved where one eye should be. Inside, they found that some of the relics had been indeed cursed by these rituals. Others had yet to get the goblin's attention. One figure escaped, fleeing through a secret passageway, a bugbear. And we left off as our heroes were coming into the chamber and sort of getting sight, figuring out what's what, and perhaps even marveling at what they had come through. Let's see here. I'm still not finding where you put that in chat, DL. Mentioning that some of the relics were cursed and some were not.
Yeah, I know the shield was cursed.
It is. I'm just, for some reason, not seeing DL's message.
I don't see it either.
Copied. It's in the Roll20 chat.
Ah, that's right. Thank you. Yeah.
Ah. So many chats.
Yeah.
As a reminder for myself for the next session, because
Yeah.
remember.
But yeah, the bow, the rod, and the shield have been cursed. The rest of the items are untouched by the goblins' profane magics. And at the moment, none of you are having trouble being in this place. But when you first came in, there seemed to be sort of an area protection against outsiders, protection against good. Something that made it harder for you all to hit the War Priest. But Merlin has, at least temporarily, dispelled that effect. Currently, Helena and Bubby are outside watching the front entrance. X is near enough the entrance, but it looks to be moving toward the book at this moment. What else do you all recall from last session? Clifford, what else stands out for you?
I recall an epic battle with the spirit guardians all around the big bad war priest, and a lot of kind of working way through a lot of elite hobgoblins to get there. Meanwhile, blowing things up in the background. A lot of excitement, actually. And now we finally found these weapons. I think for Cliff, he's thinking about his instinct is to follow this hobgoblin and sort of chase him down before he warns anybody else. But ultimately, it seems like we should try to get back to the temple if we can, and do something with these fabulous relics.
Yeah. Big Bri, how about you? What else do you recall from last session?
Let's see. Not too much that hasn't already been mentioned. I did remember that there's a big sword that we found that is too large to be wielded, but might be able to be used by Lokag in his giant form. So we may have to test that later.
Loquitur, how about you?
Yeah, big fight, lots of heroics all around. I remember Lokag just soaking tons of damage and, kind of doing the barbarian job. And Yeah, the damage dealer's in the back dealing damage. I love battles like that where the group just, everybody's playing a role, and we got over the rope and up to the chamber and made a friend in Merlin and won the battle. So that feels pretty good. I don't think we closed out the discussion with Merlin yet, though. Like, I don't think he's parted ways with us yet officially
He
in
has
role
not.
playing.
Yeah,
So
he's insistent, isn't he?
maybe we got some more stuff to talk with him about. Then we got to figure out what we're going to do with the relics.
Yeah. All right, Jay Finke, what about you? What do you recall from last session?
Yeah, I think everyone's covered pretty much all of it. We had the fun battle with all the people down in the little elevated shadows down there, splitting up between that kind of two groups, north and south, and then finding the war priest, Merlin entering the fray, really throwing us for a little bit of a loop there as to whose side they were really on. And Lokak using the trumpet, the horn of our allies to see if Merlin was really an ally or not. And he seemed to hear it, so hopefully we've found a true ally here.
Indeed.
And then, battle with the War Priest was quite interesting. They had a lot of buffs and spells going on there that were kind of annoying, but ended up taking him out. And then his cohort henchman seemed to run out from behind this and alter and go through a secret passage somewhere over there on the far right of our map.
Yeah, indicated by the sort of slightly discolored stones over there.
Yeah.
All right. So as we come back into it, Merlin has, for those who maybe missed it, many sessions back, our heroes were in the southern part of the swampy area. They encountered a large contingent of hobgoblins. There was a small armored figure that stomped its way toward them. It had a like this roaring, almost screeching sounds echoing out from its armor, and there were sort of concentric spheres of bright pink and bright green bubble and flicker kind of crazily that attacked the hobgoblins as well. This same figure entered combat over the last sessions, coming upon another group of hobgoblins charging toward our heroes. And Merlin, seems no friend of the goblins within the stone. But he seems rather pushy. So as we start back off our session for today, Merlin moves closer, moving up toward the altar and beginning to inspect the relics. He looks distastefully at the rod, the shield, and the bow, but he seems to take interest in the spear. He walks over and without talking to anyone, he moves to pick it up. Does anyone say anything to the goblin? I claim this for Merlin! He holds it up, not looking at anybody. I have spoken! He holds the spear. Small rods squeal as they telescope out of the bracer of his armor. There seem to be, some of them are tipped with blades, other are tipped with small sort of curving pincers, basically, like tongs. As he holds it, out of both bracers, these tools come and begin to put bands of steel around the handle, the base of the blade, around several points on the handle and at the base of the blade.
X will be very unhappy about. X really does not want any of these artifacts belonging to people they don't belong to. But at the same time, if this guy's purpose is killing other goblins, I feel like
Yeah.
the enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So X is in a quandary. He's kind of sitting there like, do I stop this? Do I just let it go? Do I, you know what? If he's going to kill goblins with it, maybe we just let it happen. So I think X would not happily, but I think he'll remain silent.
Yeah, Cliff will kind of shrug and be like, he did his part. He deserves a piece of the action. And I think Cliff was going to try to work his way towards that exit, towards that secret door. And without spending too much time dawdling, I think he wants to see if he can track down that bugbear.
Okay. Go ahead and move your token over in that direction. As you move toward the opening, and again, that's all the way over on the right-hand side.
Oh, yeah, by the Verminkin, right? Oh, over here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. Yeah, so I'll take a round or whatever.
So you come to another cleverly painted wooden door, cleverly shaped, that has chunks of rock glued to the outside. You hear distant footsteps. The stairs immediately wind out of sight, curving upward.
Just for the sake of speed, he'll spend a couple rounds trying to work his way down the hallway and just see if he can get a sense of catching up to the creature if it stops and rests. Otherwise, he'll come back and join the group.
Okay. It by sound, it shows no sign of stopping.
Yeah, he'll come back then. I don't want to go too deep.
Yeah, it kind of curves one way upward and quickly switches back, curving the other way. It seems to almost whinny back and forth and slowly climbs upward. Before you are too far away from the opening, you hear the rasping wood against stone of another door opening somewhere above.
Above. All right, good to know.
Yeah, the passageway goes upward.
I'll take note of that. I'll head back to join the others while they do whatever they're doing.
Okay. While Clifford slips away for a brief moment, moving up the secret passageway, what is Lokag doing?
I think Lokag is going to, he knows we need to get these back to the flame, but he wants to go. While Cliff is scouting the secret passageway, Lokag wants to check out sort of where they came from and see if he can see if there's any, or hear if there's any goblins headed their direction. And maybe even ask Gravelix if he knows basically if we're going to get swarmed or anything.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check.
We got Helena out there too, right? Watching out,
yeah.
So Helena can help.
So, yeah, you can make that with advantage. She's keeping an eye out. All right, 21.
21.
Wow.
You hear alarmed shouting, gruff bugbear voices. You can't make out what is being said, but from far across the way, hundreds of feet away, there's that opening into what you assume are bugbear dens. The flames for a while were really bright as they shone out of that cavern, but now they're starting to dim down. It seems that the bugbears are making progress in fighting the fires.
Gravelix or Helena, you guys have any ideas for an ambush maybe? Sounds like we might be pursued sooner than later.
Helena says, "Didn't we have some of those traps? Clifford, you had
Yes.
our long-lost friend. May he rest in peace. Why don't you give me a couple of those then?" she says as she comes in.
Yeah, Clifford had 2 traps in his inventory, so it's easy enough to hand them over. Let Helena set those up.
She steps out and begins speaking in very slowly and simply to Graflix, who does not speak very much common at all. She shows him the trap kit, and the goblin cackles gleefully. They move a little ways away. You can hear the soft pinging of a hammer as they put pitons into the ground and start setting up tripwires.
And I guess I would ask Golden Girl and Serious Face, are we taking these items back to the flame? And I would lean into X and be like, you want me to grab that spear from Crazy Goblin, or you good with him having it?
That spear was not cursed, so if he can handle it without retribution from the spear itself, then let it go.
Okay, good.
What does Millie think of that?
He seems to be our ally. In which case, I don't know why we would keep it from him.
Soon it seems like...
But to the other items, I do not know... do we have time to get them back?
Merlin seems to be finished with whatever he was doing to the spear. He stomps up toward X and Lokag. Looks back and forth between them and settles on Lokag. "So you are leader here! I am in charge now! We kill goblins! Come! We're wasting time!"
Lokag looks at him, kind of cocks his head. He looks over at X, and he looks over at Merlin, kind of puffs up his chest a little bit and says, "Okay, lead the way."
He sort of nods, his, helm squeaking against his gorget. "You are a smart one! I delegate you, my captain!"
Then my first suggestion is that we get these items to a place of safety so that we can use them to kill more goblins.
He seems to think for long minutes about this. His black eyes glisten within his helm as he studies your face. "Yes! We must make these weapons usable! I have spoken!"
Excellent. You are a wise and careful leader. Very powerful.
"Merlin is most clever!"
Yes, indeed. Lokag just looks over at X. Just this guy.
Millie will start to collect the items. Carefully wrapping the bow rod and trying to figure out how to get the shield into something that's not gonna harm us.
X has the haversack. I could put stuff in there pretty safely, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah, that'll work. Makes sense. Sack it. Pack it. And be ready for hobgoblins or bugbears.
So, X, you stride forward. I know you had been interested in the book. Do you move up to claim the Book of Anu?
Yes.
Something that has been in your hands before. You know exactly what it does and how helpful it will be. It feels good to touch the Book of Anu once again. There are many rites and rituals in it, but you know that just the power of attuning to it alone is, quite useful. Marlon seems to grow impatient. Hurry up! What are we doing? Get items! Get them! Move! Other captain, you lead the way! Shouts Merlon.
Absolutely. And Aidman or Lokag will grab the will go and attempt to carry the big sword with him.
It's pretty heavy, but
Okay.
like it's it's too big to wield effectively. You'd be making rolls at disadvantage with it. In your current size, that is.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Lokag will try and just not wield it or anything, but just carry it carefully. Is it sharp or?
Parts of it are. It seems much damaged by rust, but enough of it is sharp you could definitely cut someone with it.
Okay. I'm gonna try and be careful with it, but carry this big lumbering sword back with us. We should probably wait for Cliff to get back, and someone should also tell him we have a leader.
As if on cue, Cliff arrives and says, you got too far ahead of me. Oh, you got all the crap. That's great. We're going to the temple. We're going to fight some bugbears. They might be getting through that fire back there. So be ready, yeah?
You notice the little goblin Merlun is staring fixedly at Clifford. You look closer, he seems to be staring at the pistol in its holster at your waist.
You're a man of some taste. I can see you know a Phineas Kindlemoot when you've seen one, huh? He'll pull it out and spin it around a few times.
He watches. That is a powerful wand of booming!
Yes. Yes, it is.
He gives you a long and sort of shrewd look as he seems to be calculating and says, I will let you keep it for now!
Yes, well, that was probably a good decision on your part.
Marlon always makes good decisions!
Yes, well, you clearly got good taste, right? Alright, let's move on, eh? You're the one that's in such a damn hurry.
Do not try to eat me! I do not taste good!
Nah, you look pretty gristly to me. I agree. He says something in Goblin, like, you old codger, you. In Goblin.
He seems surprised. He kind of takes a step back. He narrows his eyes, and he says, Merlon's meat is poisoned. Do not try to eat me.
Contrary to what many people believe, I am actually a vegetarian.
I do not know this word!
Have you ever had a vegetable? I can
Cocks
make you a
his head
stew.
to the side, but does not answer.
He starts imagining like what kind of stew he's going to make for some goblin stew that he knows. I'm sure he's quite the expert on goblin culinary, stuff. Part of learning the language, you have to learn the culture. So he knows a few dishes. He knows how to make goblin burritos or whatever.
Soon Helena...
A lot of mushrooms.
Sorry about that.
That's right. Just a lot of mushrooms involved, I think. Probably.
You think that's the closest thing they have to a vegetable here in the stone?
Yeah. Yeah.
Soon Helena is coming, she kind of peeks around the corner and says, well, we have traps set. I think we should be going, though. Merlon is very loud, she rasps.
Yeah, maybe we get a little ahead of him. He doesn't give us away.
We still have Pass Without Trace going. I don't think
Nice.
it's been an hour since we started, right?
is not.
So,
Awesome.
I'll remind everybody of that, and we'll stealthily start moving back toward the tower, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes, I will absolutely be stealthy, Lokag says, carrying a gigantic sword.
Stealth, 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 stealth. He shouts.
Well, if you all are going to attempt stealth, go ahead and roll your stealth checks.
All right.
It's 33 for Lokag.
Amazing.
Impressive.
Awesome.
33 for Cliff.
Very nice.
Oh.
All right. All right. Roll20's moving a little bit slow. Give me just a moment.
I'm getting a lot of background noise from somebody.
Yeah, play me.
I'll mute myself and see if it's.
I think it might be your video ninja. Yep, there it goes.
All right. So as you all, goblins and ratlings in tow, the haversack laden with relics, both cursed and uncursed. You all move directly south to the top of the stairs that wind around the lower water-filled area. Do you all opt to, carefully using stealth, sort of wind your way around, or use some of your climbing gear and move directly down into the waters?
Were we going back to the flame first or no?
I believe so.
Don't we still have a rope across to the top of the tower?
You do?
Yeah, but that way there's bugbears. There's bugbears that way.
There's bugbears that
Possibly.
way, and it might be a challenge going up the climbing it, but
Don't know if I can get this big sword up the rope, to be honest with you.
oh, we can throw that in the haversack too. Yeah.
Can we?
Yeah, why not?
You definitely could.
Yeah.
Then why am I carrying this thing?
Exactly.
We thought you wanted to.
I mean, we got support. We got help. You want to take out some bugbears?
They did set up a very nice ambush point, I think.
Yeah.
All right. What does Millie think of that?
Yeah, I think it's doable. It just wastes our resources.
Helena says, "Wait, I thought we were going straight for the You want to kill bugbears now? I mean, I'm fine with this either way.
Oh, I mean, I'm fine with going straight to the temple, but I'm just saying if we go that way, we might have to contend with some bugbears, which we may summarily dismiss, or we get wet and we go straight through the water up to the backside. Or we wait a bit for the bugbears to come to us. And then we drop them. Then we go to the temple. What do you think, Merlin? You're the leader of all this.
We are wasting time!
What do y'all say? Back the way we came or through the water?
I vote for the water. I say we go to the tower now.
All right, so we'll go straight there through the water. Works
Okay.
for me. I hope you know how to swim, Merlin.
Marlon just kind of glares through the slits of his visor, but doesn't say anything.
We put Gravlix on the back of Locag last time, if I remember correctly.
I believe so, yeah.
Now that Lokag is free of his burden and the giant sword is in the haversack, Lokag will just pick up Gravelax real quick. And Lokag's going to start heading down the stairs and making his way to the tower.
Okay. So as I mentioned, the stairs don't connect. So this here and this down here, they don't. It's not a straight line to them. The stairs wind slowly all the way around the whole area, that whole cliff. If you zoom out, you can see that whole cliff. The stairs, because it's a sort of path that goes, very sort of gently slopes up around the whole area.
We should adjust the map for our viewers, I think.
All right. Let's see here.
But yeah, okay.
So let's pull out our climbing gear, some ropes, and just
Head there.
throw like a
Yeah.
ladder across down.
All right, Gravelax, you wait
Easy
here.
enough.
And I would like, Lokag would offer to kind of do the same thing he did with the tower and just sort of jump from the closest cliff edge down to the stairs at the bottom.
Okay, do that. Someone wants to tie a rope to Lokag, secure it somewhere.
Sure.
All right, Lokag will step up to the edge of the cliff and make a. He won't step up to the edge. He'll make a running leap towards the stairs.
All right, make an athletics check.
All aboard the Lokag train.
Not raging currently. Sorry, just unchecking rage real quick. Athletics. 15.
All right. So, the stairs are very slippery, and that is not going to succeed fully.
Okay.
If you want to use your inspiration, you can do that. Otherwise,
Now I'll take the hit. Let's
Okay.
see what happens.
so you land pretty heavily, taking a bit of damage. You also land prone, tumbling down the last few steps into the water, taking 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Elena looks over and just says after a second, "Are you okay?"
I'm fine. Ow.
"Okay, well, I'm coming next," says Elena.
Use the rope, for God's sakes. So, I don't know. I tried refreshing. I can't get Lokag's token to move where I need it to move. So, I don't know if there's like a wall there that can't cross. Okay.
should not be. But you managed to
So,
regain your
Lokag-
feet.
Yep. Lokag will hold the rope taut. I'm imagining they tie it to the other end somewhere.
Yes, Clifford said he would.
Yeah. I can make a sleight of hand roll just for fun. Yeah. I crit that sleight of hand roll. I did like a triple stitch Boy Scout knot in 5 seconds flat.
Nice. As you're still tying it, Helena's kind of jumps on, ropes herself in, and slides down toward Lokag. With the rope, she manages to maintain her footing. Kind of steps down toward the water. Who goes down next? Go ahead and make that athletics check.
Ah. So Cliff will go. 10?
That is all you needed. You
Whew.
make it down safely.
All right. I'm an old man, but I'm not that old.
All right, how about X next?
Is there any way I can do it acrobatically? Can I like jump down onto Lokag's shoulder or something?
Well, if he's got the rope taut, you could try to slide down the roof, the rope on your feet. So yeah, you can make an acrobatics check.
Sounds good. Let's try that. 19.
You safely make it to the bottom. Gravelix kind of picks himself up from where he fell off Lokag's shoulders. Merlin grabs the rope in one hand and begins to slide down. Merlin falls off of the rope. He clangs heavily and tumbles down into the water below. He quickly stands up, says, "Merlin is fine!"
Clearly, he meant to do that. Well executed there, Merlin.
Merlin is most agile!
Your comic timing is impeccable.
The verminkin sort of swarm and scramble down the rocks themselves. And Bubby does the same. Millie, you slide easily down the rope as well. Coming up on you.
Yeah, Millie will follow at the end.
Let's see here. Helena says with a look, a sour look on her face, "I smell slimes and oozes," she says as she wades down into the water, keeping her crossbow up and readied. Should I go out first?
Lokag will kind of beat her to the punch and kind of push past, and he's just going to sort of fast walk in as straight of a line with Gravelix on his shoulders. And he's going to say, he's going to like kind of tap Gravelix and be like, "Look for slimes. Slimes you see, tell me." Like, he's trying to make it really simple, but he's adding more words, so it's just making it harder.
At first he nods vigorously, and the more you talk, the more like his face looks confused. But he nods and knocks an arrow.
Lokag's just going to start trudging as quickly as possible across the plateau towards the tower.
All right. The rest of you guys can move your way down. Move your tokens down into the swampy, to the watery area. as there are clusters of unknown substances, things you don't want to look too closely at, floating in the water. Water is cold. It reeks of various types of filth. And yeah, that smell of swamp and sewage mingles together. As Merlin drops down into the water, there's hissing sounds from his armor. He buoys up and floats. Begins to slowly pad his way along,
Nice.
moving just behind Lokag. Everyone make spot checks, perception checks, that is.
All right.
Since you all are all keeping your eyes out.
There.
Yeah, Lokag, it looks like there are two clumps of matter that are slowly drifting towards you in about this area.
Perfect. Lokag points him out to Gravelix and starts with his glaive glamour. He starts trudging towards them as quickly as possible, closing the distance. Slimes ahead. Helena was right again about the slimes.
I'm just going to move tokens along, but you can feel free to readjust or reposition your tokens. Just a bit here on the map. Yeah, the further you walk, the more it's clear they're moving toward the ripples that you all are making. Once you're within within 20 feet, they begin to move very quickly. So everyone can go ahead and highlight their tokens and roll initiative. Actually, wait, let me make sure initiative is cleared out. All right.
Make sure that war priest doesn't try to take a turn.
That's right. One final measurement before we jump to it. All right, so at the top of the order is Clifford. You can immediately see that there are two shapes. One is much larger than the other.
All right.
Much larger than this here.
All right. What is my movement? I'm slowed in terms of movement. Yeah.
Half speed.
All right, that's fine. So he'll move up in front of Gravelix, and think he'll keep the silence on this one and shoot. Take a shot with a silencer bullet, and see what he does. Feels like a hit. An 18.
That's a hit.
All right. That hits it for 13 damage. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
No other extra funny stuff. Saving my good stuff for later.
Bits of slime and detritus explode from one corner of the massive shape.
Beautiful. Gonna take another shot. This second shot. Because I'm 5th level and I can do crits and stuff. Nice. See what I'm talking about?
Nice.
Bam, 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 bam. So that's another D8, right? Didn't do the
D10.
D10. Yeah. So ignore the plus on this one. So just 2 more. So we're looking at 14 more. So 27 total damage.
Nice.
This thing is getting a bam, bam, and I gotta knock off a couple of my silencer bullets. And that's it.
All right. No bonus actions for Clifford.
Nah.
All right. What about
Just
X?
adjusting my gun a little bit. That's all. Bonus action to just sort of spin the wheel and get something else ready. Yeah.
Nice. All right. What about X?
I will just toll the dead on him. Just seems easy. Well, actually, where's he at? You said here?
Yeah, there's one here, and there's one over here.
Yeah, I'll just toll the dead. That's easiest.
They have to be standing next to each other for your Reaper, or no?
For me to do both of them at the same time, they have to be within 5 feet.
Okay.
So it'll just be a single target. Wisdom 17 save.
All right. That is going to fail. Nice.
Damage.
Oh, okay, that's the attack. Gotcha. All right. Next is Gravelix. So, Lokag, if you want to make an attack roll for Gravelix. Nice, that's going to hit.
Excellent.
A d6 plus 2.
6 damage.
All right.
Lokag will say, "Good job, little buddy."
He bounces excitedly on your shoulder. The shape breaks the surface into a large gelatinous cube. This gleaming, translucent jelly swims toward Lokag.
Ooh, can I use my reaction
Yes, you
to
can.
attack it?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. I wonder, having spent time with Helena and everything else like that, would Lokag know if bludgeoning or slashing damage has any difference when it comes to slimes and cubes and stuff?
I mean, she's talked a little bit about there's different properties for different types of things. She didn't mention gelatinous cubes having any particular resistances like that.
Okay. Cool. Attack! Watch out!
12 is actually going to hit.
Whoa!
Mm-hmm.
Look at me go. Well, 12
Nice.
damage. 12 to hit, 12 damage.
Awesome. Well, as it gets to you, part of its body stretches out. It sort of bends and lashes around as if to like kind of club you from behind. Ooh, that is gonna miss. One shape cube slips further underneath the surface as it moves toward you. Next in the order is Millie.
All right. Taking a crossbow out. Millie will take aim at the visible cube and take a shot at it. Uh, 22 to hit for 4.
The bolt slides into its body, and it begins to bubble as it begins to dissolve the wooden shaft.
Does it look like that did any harm to it, or just kind of
Yes.
absorbed it?
Yeah. There's still a hole where you shot the bolt through, and it's not like sealed shut or anything.
All right, I'll attempt to shoot at it again.
Another hit.
Dirty 20 for a 3 damage.
You fire through the corner of the cube. The bolt disappears out into the swampy water.
And I'll hold my position right there. Actually, I'll move slightly up right there. That's all I got.
All right, next in the order is Lokag.
My turn. And Lokag just glaive slicing out twice. 25 and a crit.
Nice.
Doing that 9 damage, and we are going to savage attack that crit roll, I think.
Okay.
All right, cool. We'll keep it the same. So, doing 9 and 14 damage, respectively.
You can feel free to describe or pass as you take out the gelatinous cube.
I believe Lokag would just go slicing it twice through, serving it up like sashimi.
Nice.
Sashimi. I can say that word.
Yeah. Any bonus actions for Lokag?
Nope. But Lokag will just continue to move towards the tower. Were there any other threats in the area?
Yes, there's another one here. One was last seen about here, but it seemed to go underwater and continue to float towards you.
And if I wanted to make my normal movement, would I have to make an athletics check?
You wouldn't be able to make your normal movement. You might
Okay.
be able to... yeah, it's hard to even get up enough speed to jump out of it.
Got it. So just treat it as half movement.
Mm-hmm.
20 feet. Gonna move this direction. Sitting right there with Gravelix on his shoulders.
All right. Millie is going to take aim and fire at the nearest one. X, would you like to make some attacks for Helena? Let's see.
Ew.
Both.
5 and a 4.
Let me double check. Both of those are going to hit. She's got a D8 plus 5.
Right. We'll do this. 17 full damage.
Okay. Further to the south, another mass of flotsam drifts toward Lokag and slips underneath the water. The nearest, of course, darts directly toward Lokag and attempts to strike him with some of its own mass. A 14 to hit.
Is a miss.
Right. Merlon throws the spear. This is an attack roll. And the thing's viscosity fades and it spreads out over the surface of the water. Let's see here. Even in the dim light, you all can see ripples coming from the south, indicating that there's several more in that direction. And you know that somewhere in this area there are 2 more just under the surface of the water. What does Clifford do?
Oh, seems like we better get moving, huh? I can't see any. I see this guy's dead, this guy's down, more are coming. Yeah, I think Cliff's gonna try to lead the way and get us up there. The fastest way is to the south, right? To this ledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's just gonna make a full move to the ledge. I think that's 30. He'll dash. Try to get up there.
Okay, so moving through the water, you'd be moving at half speed.
Yeah, so where was I? I was here in front of Gravlix. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, so he'd be there if I measure correctly. Yeah, 30's right there. So that's half speed right there. So he's
Okay.
almost to the ledge.
Any bonus actions then?
Yeah, unless I need some kind of tool to get up there. Is it a bit of a climb?
Yeah, there's steps.
Or-
There's steps around the
All right, yeah.
western
So he's
side.
fine.
Of it. But yeah.
He'll keep working his way towards the steps. Nothing else.
All right. What about X?
Well, if the way is clear, we'll just book it for the steps.
Yep.
And just move, and rogue bonus action move. Done.
Okay. Gravelex is of course still up on top of Lokag's shoulders and readies another arrow. Just a moment. Lokag, you spot it the second before it crests the surface, but another gray ooze attempts to strike at you. For a 16 to hit.
Meets it, beats it, baby. Oof.
For 12 points of damage. Your armor is non-magical, is that not right?
That is correct.
Okay. Your armor loses 1 AC as parts of it begin to dissolve.
Well, that's not good.
No. Next in the order is Millie.
All right, Millie's gonna just double dash as well, looking to Lena. Come on, we must get there. All right. And that'll be it.
All right, so just double moving forward. Next in the order is Lokak.
That was my favorite breastplate, you ass. And then slash and a slash for a 25 and a 25 to hit.
Both hits.
That will be 9. No, I'm gonna savage attack the first one.
Okay.
That'll
12.
be 12 and 8. So a total of 20 damage.
All right. The thing is still attempting to strike you again. As its body
Bonus action.
distorts and reshapes itself. Yeah, bonus action. Pommel strike.
Full strike. Tang.
Oh, it's almost a 1. 21's definitely going to hit, though.
Let's do it. 8 damage.
Feel free to describe or pass as you dispatch another.
We got a slice and a slice down at this little thing, and then much like a golf club, Lokag takes the other end of his glamour and uses the hammerhead to knock that slime out of there.
Nice. All right, any movement for Lokag?
Yeah. Me and Gravelix are going to go 20 feet, and we are able to make it to the platform.
Nice. And you see ripples coming from the south, too, indicating that more of these things are moving towards you under the water. I hate slimes, says Elena as she swims through the remains of the gelatinous cube. I distorted her token. She just moves forward. She sends her rattlings. About here to intercept if possible. Of course, Gravelix is still on Lokag's shoulder. Alright. X, you spot it before it pops up, but another ooze breaks the surface and tries to attack you. For a 19 to hit.
Yep.
For 14 acid damage. And of course, if you're wearing any non-magical armor, it loses 1 AC. Alright, let's see here. Millie, if you want to make an attack for Merlun, he's got a +7 with the Spear of Loot. Is a hit. He's gonna have it's gonna be 2d8 plus 5.
18 damage.
Cuts a massive, he throws the spear, kind of goes long ways, skips across the top of the water and slashes the thing in half. One half of it dissipates, spreading out and merging with the water itself, while the spear rematerializes in a flash of golden light in Merlin's hands. He swims around it. Next in the order is Clifford.
Right. Well, anything I can see that I can shoot at?
Actually, let's see here. We're at the top of the order. We're a little over an hour in. So we might pause right here and take a short break. If that sounds okay with everybody. Sorry about that false start.
No worries. Good call.
All right. Short break for everybody, and then we'll be back at it. If you all need to step away,
Cool.
take care of anything, go ahead and do so.
All right, I'll see y'all soon.
Oh yeah, Jar Jar. No, she's probably holding on to Bubby more to keep him close and keep him safe than anything else. She knows how dangerous these oozes are, and wants to protect Bubby from them. So, gang, our heroes are really showing their skills and what they've gained for all that experience and levels and all of the items and stuff they've gotten and made and purified. Enemies that, if you all remember, in the early days of the campaign, when they first came in this area, it was really tough. There was a few points where the party almost got wiped out. Fighting the hobgoblins, swimming through the swampy water full of oozes. But now they're pretty much letting Lokag handle most of the slimes and all just diving there and swimming, rushing their way toward the platform. It's cool to see a party progress. She could probably do that. A giant rat's probably the size of a medium-sized dog, I would think. Helena might be a little big to ride on it. But perhaps someone in the party could cast Enlarge on Bubby at some point. But, what's an ROUS? Soon it seems that our heroes are going to have these relics purified and have access to their abilities. And then I think we'll see another uptick in the party's power, and maybe a change in how they deal with some of the hobgoblins, goblins, and bugbears. Might just. I should check on some of the stream rewards and make sure that I've got them all current. Oh yeah, kind of extend some of these durations here. All right, DL, how we doing? What are you thinking is next here? So you guys get back to the Flame of Bridget.
I think at this point we need to think about a long rest. As people are low on hit points, we've already taken at least one short rest. I don't know. I think we need to. we need to rest here for the night, get the artifacts set up, and then figure out our next objective. I just can't. I don't know if we want to like stop by and try to deal with the hag before we go higher, or if we just, deal with the stone and then, the hag's left for later. I guess. She's a bit of a sore tooth, I suppose.
She's got some loot. Definitely, Cliff has an interest in recovering Phidias. So he'd be open to that.
Definitely an interesting thought. And I suppose, by deal with her, X would probably mean kill her, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That would make sense. What about you, Big Bri? What's Lokag thinking is next?
Nap time, like long nap time, like a nap time, but like more, and for possibly 8 hours. And a fucking armorer. Excuse my language. I love this breastplate. There's a big difference between 15 and 16 AC. I mean, a perfectly manicured breastplate and one that is splashed with acid that has no mechanical meaning.
There's a shortage of perfect breastplates in this world, and it'd be a shame to ruin yours.
It's our second Princess Bride reference. I love it. All right, looks like we are all back. All right, so if everyone's feeling ready, back at the top of the order is Clifford.
All right. Well, if there's nothing to shoot at,
There is one.
looks like there's an ooze there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't want to use my pistol on my oozes, so he'll get himself up onto the ledge there. I think he can get to the stairs. Use a bonus action to stow his. What the hell? He'll get that ooze with the rapier. He's gonna go ahead and stow his pistol. Bonus action, pull out the rapier, and he'll just do a straight attack on this thing.
Okay.
Looks like the right thing.
Yeah, it's not a bonus action to pull out the rapier. It's just part of the attack in 2024
cool,
rules.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's friendly. That's real friendly.
It is. It is.
Cool. Sorry, just getting wappy. There we go. Is a 12 hit?
A 12 does hit.
All right. Get your D8 plus 4, and there's I'm gonna do yeah, that's just a D8 plus 4. So 12, and the second attack, and it's blinded. I don't know if it can be blinded. Oh, the second's a fumble. Let's see. Do I want to use a point on that? I'll take the fumble. Hopefully nothing horrible happens.
All right, roll a d6.
All right. Let's see. D6. 4.
right, make an athletics check.
Oh boy.
As your feet slip out from underneath you.
Whoa! A 9?
You plunge under the water for a brief moment.
Ah.
You're able to find the bottom again with your feet and push your head back above. But as the water covers your face and head, gets in your ears and nose, make a con save.
Yucky. Not fun at all. Not doing great on the saves. An 8.
All right. So there's no immediate effect, but but it tastes foul, and now you can't stop smelling it. You still
Do I still have movement?
You do.
Or am I at? All right, then I'll climb. I'll just pull myself up to the edge of the stairs and coughing.
All right. Next in the order is X. You know that there's more in the water to the south that haven't shown themselves yet.
Okay, so the one that attacked me is still alive, or is that big X on the one that attacked me?
Yeah, Clifford just finished it off with his rapier.
Okay, so I'm clear to move to the stairs then?
Mm-hmm. Or you
So
can
I
move up
can-
the platform. It's just an extra 5 feet to get from the water onto the platform there.
I got plenty of movement. I can move 105, and even with reduced movement, I can get up the stairs. So X is just going to hightail it onto the stairs, and then 35 feet up the stairs and into the building. So off he goes.
All right.
And I'll pause at the doorway to make sure that I'm not like striding into an ambush or something, but I'll peek inside
Okay.
before I go.
It is quiet inside.
Okay, the X is right around the door and he's peeking out.
All right. Gravelix simply readies another action. While an ooze slides up onto the stairs toward Clifford. It moves to there and triggers an attack of opportunity from Lokag.
Haha, Havachi.
12 is a hit.
Excellent. 10 damage.
Right. You do not finish it off. Next in the order is Millie. Millie, if you want to make an attack for Gravelix, Gravelix would also make an attack. He's got a +4 with his short bow. He had a ready action. That's a hit. D6 +2. All right. The ooze continues to menace Clifford as it slowly forms another pseudopod. What does Millie do?
Ellie will move forward her movement that she can. And then fire at this ooze with the crossbow.
$13 is a hit.
It's going to be 5 piercing damage.
The Holt disappears into its body. The whole thing shudders. It's sort of like Seems like it's kind of falling apart and pulling itself back together. It seems wounded, you think, but it does not cease to move.
Alright, that's all I got.
All right, next in the order is Lokag.
Lokag is going to go up to the slime beside Clifford, taking Gravelix with him. He's going to attack it twice with the hammer side of his glamour and take one smash at a 21
That's definitely a hit.
for 12 damage.
You can feel free to describe or pass. So you finish off
As
the
Lokag
ooze.
smashes and splatters this ooze against the concrete, he's going to look at Cliff and say, "Stop playing with the oozes. Come inside." And he's going to use the rest of his movement to go inside. "Come on, little buddy. Let's go," he says to Gravelix.
He hops down off your shoulders once you're moving into the temple grounds.
Not that anyone may notice or not, but Lokax is a little disappointed when he jumps down.
Helena makes it to the platform, climbs her way up, dripping, filled water. She moves to the door and readies an action for the next thing that shows itself. So X, if you want to make an attack for Helena, she's got a +8. Another one of the oozes pops up, climbing over the other to get to Clifford.
All right, she got a 19 and a crit hit for her 2 attacks.
Awesome. So she is gonna. You can go ahead and roll 3 die 8 for her. I think she's got a +7. Let me double check. +5. So
She's
10.
+5 on damage. So 17.
17.
Oh,
Enough to hurt it severely, but not enough to stop it from taking an attack at Clifford. With a nat 20.
Oh, damn. I think that hits.
Clifford for 19.
Oh. Damn it. Told you I hate them slimes. For 19, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Okay. God damn it. It burns.
And another appears on the steps nearby. But it used all of its movement to get to you. Merlun gets to here. And Clifford, if you want to make an attack for Merlun, he's going to throw the spear at the wounded ooze.
Okay.
He's got a +7.
Alright, let's just go do 20 in here. 21?
It's a hit. It's going to be 2 die 8.
Oh, no. Sorry, I looked at the wrong thing. Huh. I've looked at the wrong thing. It's not 21, but I don't see it. Why do you know?
He's got a +7, so it's going to be 19.
Okay, I guess I can't see the rolls for some reason. Alright, cool. So that hits damage?
It's going to be 2 die 8 +5.
Oh, wow. Okay. 10.
I'm sorry, +7.
Okay. 12.
As it splashes through the ooze into the water, vanishing in an explosion of golden light and reappearing back into his hand. The surface tension basically of this ooze is broken and it merges with the water. Checking something. top of the order is Clifford.
All right. Yeah, he'll move. He's covered in slime. He'll follow Lokag, and just thankful to be away from them. Full move as far as he can get. And we can get up there behind them. Getting through the entrance.
Yeah, you can make it up there. Helena did ready an... let's see here. No, X already took those. All right, any other actions for Clifford?
About it. I mean, he's, he'll look around and see if there's those, kind of get an eye for those bugbears from the roof. See if there's any sign of them.
You don't hear them. Inside the tower is silent.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm making my way to the flame at this point.
All right, what about X?
Nothing left to kill, right? So
There is one ooze on the steps.
Okay, I'll toll the dead.
Okay. It is not going to make that save. It's not been hurt yet.
Well, we'll change that right now.
Yeah.
4 damage.
All right.
Oh, wait, what? Throwing holy water? Why? What? Well, any rate, roll 2d8. So 4 plus. Yeah, okay, so it's 4 damage.
All right. The thing is still moving. Not sure it could be properly called alive.
All right, and X will move further up. And he'll yell at everybody to get a move on.
Okay. Gravelix moves to pop out and fire. Lokag, if you want to make the attack for Gravelix, he's got a +4.
10.
D6 +2. And then Gravelix moves to follow X.
3.
3. Next in the order is Millie.
All right, Millie will take a dash action. Getting up to there. And I've got no bonus actions, so that's all I can do.
All right. How about Lokag?
I guess to help his friends along, Lokag will be running into the building, just as he did there. Look back, see one slime left. He's going to sigh. He's going to casually walk over. Just very casually walk over to the slime. We're going to smash it with the hammer.
That's a hit.
And dealing out no, we're going to savage attack that. Dealing out 7 damage. Seeing that it's still intact, he's going to just get really upset about it, and he's going to recklessly attack it with his hammer this time. He just goes, I need 25 to hit. For 13 damage.
Feel free to describe or pass as you finish it off.
After the first hit left it still moving, he gets really angry and he picks up the hammer in both hands and just slams it down. He's like, he just goes, listen, Helena, about the slimes, I understand now. This is infuriating.
Yes, they're disgusting.
Continue to walk back into the building.
Helena takes sort of one last sweeping gaze across the rippling water and calls to Bubby and her verminkin. She slips into the building too. She has her crossbow up and readied. She directs her ratlings to sort of spread out. Merlin moves after you all, and oddly enough, his armor that normally whenever he moves, when he's talking, he'll turn his head and it'll make this painful screeching of metal on metal. But when he's moving, it's actually walking and such, it makes no sound. So any last thing for Millie before you step into the tower?
I think she'd just look in the direction that we know that woman's hut is in. Just make sure no one and nothing's coming from that way. Enter the tower from there.
The only thing coming from that way is sound. Oh, my sweets. Oh. The woman's voice echoes out. She seems to be lamenting the death of her pets.
Not an ally.
As you all make your way into the tower, past the broken cases that once held the relics that are now in the haversack, past the central, the central statues, you move up toward the stairs. Nothing pops out. There are still the bodies of those terrifying goblins that you fought when you were last here on the bottom floor. But nothing pops out as you make it to the stairs, circle around the floor, come through the ceiling to the next floor. There's only the sight of broken furniture and the smashed stained glass windows. You all manage to make it to the top of the tower.
X will tell Lokag that if he stands in the flame, it'll fix his armor.
Lokag has zero reason to distrust X and walks immediately into the flame.
Okay. At first, you're alarmed. It seems that your armor itself is catching fire. But instead, the fire does seem to catch between like the sort of, the almost rusted looking holes that are appearing in your armor. At first, fire blazes along the edges, then it fills those gaps. And as it spreads, it seems to leave bright, shining steel behind. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Got it. Okay, 18.
Armor seems to shift and move, coming alive, it seems, for a brief moment. But when it settles, there's some of that silvery white luster in the armor itself. The armor is repaired, and it's now +1.
Oh, sweet.
Ah, finally, says Helena. Miserable slimes.
X will follow suit and see if it will also repair his armor.
As you step into it, make a Constitution saving throw. As the armor seems to catch fire along the edges, spreading fresh, like smooth and gleaming steel in its wake. It too seems to
18.
shift, getting tighter or looser, or as if sort of refitting itself to your body. The armor is now +1. climbing up toward the tower, Gravelix comes in and he kind of squats down near one of the pillars. While Helena calls Bubby to her, and she kind of sits down on the outskirts of the flame. The vermin can sort of swarm over Helena and begin to sort of pick nits out of her hair, and they begin to groom her. Marlon's armor just begins to screech again as he stomps up the stairs. He kind of stops looking over the railing of the stairs, looking at the silvery white light. He seems frozen as he considers. You all can make insight checks.
Ooh.
Clifford, you think Merlin has some trepidation about coming close to that flame.
Yeah, Cliff
know
will,
what it is.
Cliff will inspire him a little bit and say, yeah, look, I felt a little reticent about going in there, but the power and the feeling you're going to get from going inside there, well, you just watch, and we could try throwing in one of the cursed items and see what it does. The haversack is available. The shield, maybe, is what I'm most interested in, but something to show him that it's safe. He's seen everyone else go in there as well, so you got nothing to worry about. You be on the right side of this. You go on in there.
Merlin is never
Might
worried!
hurt.
Merlin is not afraid! Kind of shoves past
No.
Clifford.
Of course not.
Considering how best I will master this magic! Armor playing as he steps forward. Kind of circles wide around it, clockwise, a few times, sort of staring into the flames, as if gauging his approach to a deadly foe. What does X do as he comes into the chamber?
I think X will bait him into stepping into the flame for two reasons. Because, first of all, maybe it'll help him. And second of all, if he really is a bad guy, the flame will probably... it'll tell us something, right? So if he gets in and out of the flame okay, then not only is he a friend of the group, but he's probably, in some way fundamentally a pretty decent goblin. So I might say something kind of under my breath, bait him in a little bit, say something like, yep, only leaders can enter the flame.
Make a persuasion or deception check in that case.
Oh, that's pretty good, 21.
Merlin is leader! He stomps forward into the flame. The flame gets bigger and brighter. For a moment, you lose sight of the goblin. Until after a moment, sort of, narrowing your eyes to stare into the glare of fire, you see Merlin capering inside the flames, doing an exultant dance. He throws his hands up high, spreads his arms wide, turns in a full circle. As he comes out, the roughly beaten armor that he was wearing, dented and scarred from different blades and bolts. Its measurements uneven, as if it was made with poor tools, with too little time. The dents, dings, and scratches are gone. The dull iron now gleams bright steel. You hear him shout, of course in his tongue, "Merlin knows what to do!" He stomps his way back out of the flames, sits down, and begins pulling tools from his pack. He disconnects the crossbow from his shoulder and begins to work on it, occasionally sizing it along the massive spear of Lou. As he works, he says, almost to himself, Did very well. Kill very good. Kill Copper Maw. Kill Hate Speaker. Frightened the Strangler, but bugbears are cowards. Now Bright Flame. Teach Merlin how to craft. Teach Merlin many new things. Merlin sees many things in the flame. The masters must die, he says, as he continues to alter his heavy crossbow to now shoot the massive spear of Lu.
Lokag, hearing the Strangler, walks up and shows him the garrote that Life Joker had. He goes, "Hey, was that the Strangler bugbear thing? Did he use this?" And holds it out.
Only on his most prized targets.
Oh, he's dead now.
You met one of his underlings, a Life Choker.
Yep, we did. So that was not the guy you were talking about.
No. No, the Strangler is the master of the bugbears.
Oh yeah, we should definitely take him out. He sounds like a bad guy.
Yes. He is on the middle floors now. That is where that passageway leads. To the Wizard Greenbelly's chambers.
Man, you guys have weird names. All right, well listen, we're going to do all of that, but first I advise, as your captain, that we sleep. We're all very tired. I don't know if goblins sleep, but we all need it, and this is a very safe place to do it.
Merlin says, "Everyone! You are weak! You are tired! Rest! Merlin has spoken!"
I walk back over. Okay, guys, I think this is going to work out great. He basically does any suggestion I say. So, like, I say we let him think he's the leader, continuing to do so, and we just tell him what we think he should do, and then he just lets us do it. So, really no difference.
X has taken out the shield by now. He kind of shrugs at Lokag. Okay, whatever. And start to look and see if I can start purifying the shield.
Purifying the staff seemed rather easy.
All right, we'll get out the holy water and start working on the shield. See if it works the same way.
And Millie will approach and help as he needs.
Okay. So dousing it in holy water and shoving it into the flame. That grayish, almost sludge-like energy burns off in the pure white flame of Bridget. The shield is restored.
All right, hand it over to Cliff.
Awesome. Yeah, he takes his other shield, puts it aside, and tries it on, and very excited. It's beautiful. He'll try to read the runes and try to understand, try to respect its origins, history.
Yeah. So, does X share any of the lore of Mab with Clifford?
Sure.
Okay. So X tells you that the shield was used by one of the Tuatha De Danann, that she was primarily a sorceress made this shield to turn back Firbolg magics. But that it was also used against the Tuatha De Danann just after the battles against the Firbolg. Because the Tuatha De Danann, well, they had conflicts between themselves before leadership was settled. It seems that Mab wanted to be the sole leader. So there were apparently some pretty big battles, but they were done not bloodlessly, but more like a game. It's where no warriors were killed intentionally, anyway. But if struck, a warrior would raise his weapons and move to the sidelines of the battlefield. And that, with the shield and her considerable talents, she almost won the day. But Bridget's mastery of the flame proved too much for Queen Mab. And finally, after, toward the end of the day, she was finally struck by Bridget.
Cliff says, "So you're saying this is going to protect me from magic, huh? All right. If only it could protect me from slime."
If only. Yeah, it is a very potent shield. And you can see the stats up there. It's +3, it gives resistance to magic, and once per turn, if you succeed a save by more than 5, it can reflect the spell back at the caster. And that's a targeted spell, so it wouldn't do something with like a fireball, but a hold person or something like that, it would work on.
All right, very cool. Thank you.
All right, says Helena. I'll have Bubby and the swarm keep a watch on the stairs. Or maybe I'll have Bubby on the stairs and the ratlings over at the window to help us keep watch.
Millie, did you want to take this sword? Or have you already taken the sword?
Yes, I will take the sword if no one else thinks they can make use of it.
Pretty awesome.
Now, X, you recognize the sword. You're the only one probably in the realm, maybe even this world, the only mortal certainly, that knows the name of the nameless hero. You know that this sword was once a spear, but something in the strange magic between gods changed it. But this was the spear of Cuchulainn, now stricken from all the records, his name forgotten by, or his name taken away from mortal memory. You recognize the complicated knotwork on the fuller of the blade. And yeah, so the Sword of the Nameless Hero, you can... oh, I didn't put a magical bonus on there. It is a +3 weapon as well.
Longsword, I'm assuming?
Mm-hmm. It's a longsword. You can spin hit points to do extra damage at a cost of 1 to 1. You can activate... activate Heroic Spirit, which grants +1 to AC, and the Heroism effect, full immunity to fear, and an additional 5 temporary hit points per round. So every round at the top of your turn, it'll give you that 5 temporary back. But you have to be risking yourself for other people or for a great cause. to be able to activate that heroic spirit. Fortunately, most of what you're going to do from here on out will be sufficient to cover that.
So I think honestly, like knowing that that's Kukulain's spear would make this like one of the most precious things in the entire world to X.
Mm-hmm.
Like priceless beyond compare, really.
Mm-hmm.
And he will still give it to Millie and believe she deserves it.
Does he say anything of this? Does any of this show on his face? Or does he keep it all locked inside?
No, I won't try to go into who the nameless hero is, but I will just say that, you know, that this sword has great significance, that it's like one of the most precious artifacts that we could ever have found. You know, I'll let that be known.
All right. Millie, you can make an insight check in that case.
Uh, 24.
Yeah. X is... Well, there's a lot he's not letting on. He's got some deep personal reason for his attachment to that spear. All of these relics are pricelessly powerful, incredibly useful and valuable to the whole city. They were once wielded by the godlings that founded the city. But something speaks to his history, something that reminds you of the many times people did a double take when they saw X. When people told him that it had been a long time since they'd seen him, and how much he'd changed since they last saw him. And in the light of Bridget's flame, it all comes together. There is a painting downstairs of one of the high lecterns of the temple. A high lectern of the previous generation. And you know now that that's X. Several things kind of come together. You know, days and days of people recognizing him knowing things that only a priest of the Tuatha De Danann would know. And the tone in his voice, the look on his face, perhaps the clarity that Bridget's flame brings. You realize that he was last generation's high lectern.
Yeah, she'll take the sword with reverence and care. Having already kind of put together that X was someone of import in this field prior to when they were last here in the temple.
Mm-hmm.
And I think kind of now is like really connecting that, you know, these relics were probably under his care personally as well at that time, possibly not too long before the stone hit, or maybe a while before the season. Not too sure. She's
A few
wanted
years.
to have the conversation for a while, but the stones, the need to get in here and stop things happening in the stone is certainly more pressing than the conversation in her mind. She's like, we can have that when this is done.
Fair. Helena says, "What's the difference? They're all important, right? Why is this one so special, X?
Nameless hero is likes of whom may never be seen again. And a story once written has been unwritten. Things which should not have been lost are bound to that weapon. So all of these represent history and power, but that, more than any other, represents something that will never be again.
That's just depressing. That's Helena.
I'll ask Helena if she wants the bow. It would suit you.
It is rather nice. I've gotten fond of this crossbow. Well, let's have a look at it then.
I'll give her the bow.
Well, it's very nice. It's very light. We'll try it out. I don't know that it's going to be any better than my crossbow, though.
X will kind of laugh at that, and I say, well, trust that it will be. I think you'll find it slightly better.
Well, you do seem to know a lot, so... let's see, what would she say? Something along the lines of... Trust is something that didn't historically work out very well for me. But I've found that that you all are worth trusting, anyway, my little ratlings. Alright, well, we'll try it out in battle and see if you're right.
And then during the rest, I'll attune to the book.
Okay. So Millie and X probably finish purifying the rest of the relics.
Yep.
And in this sanctuary, you are unbothered as you all take a long rest. You attune the shield, the book, the bow, and the staff all require attunement.
All right.
All right, and I think this might be a good spot for another short break.
All right.
All right, somebody wants to hang tight while I take a quick break. I'll be back in just a moment.
So, what do you guys think? We have all this enchantable clothing. And just reading on the Flame of Bridget that it can enchant some items during a bit of time. Day, apparently.
Joe?
So I was just looking at, so we all got that cloak, gloves, boots of enchantable material.
Yep.
And I don't, I'm just looking at Bridget's Flame here per the DM's notes on relics that says, oh, you can enchant 2 per day. 2 items per day. So I don't know if we want to try and do anything with it for these clothing items, or if we're...
All right, I am back.
I'll actually be attuned to 3 things with X. So at this point, if we did make cloaks or gloves or whatever that were magical that required attunement, I
Yeah,
would be
you
able
would
to use those
use
anyway.
it.
So
Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure
I
out.
suppose
like,
if we could do like
Yeah.
cloak of protection, does cloak of protection require attunement? I think it does.
I'm checking now.
Yeah.
Under
So
item. Loading. Yes, yep. Just trying to figure out what to do with this enchantable clothing stuff that we have. If we can do anything here
Yeah.
before we move into the more into the stone.
And
Yeah, it's not a
we
bad
didn't
idea.
do anything with that giant sword yet, right?
Correct.
Correct.
So far, it looks like the only relic unclaimed is the Rod of the Dagda, which is striking and healing, essentially, with a little extra.
I'd honestly like to have that instead of the staff, but then somebody needs to have the staff because if we need that earthquake, that would be really handy to be able to pull off. But the route
Give
of
it to our
Dagda
wizard.
would be great. Yeah, give it to our wizard. I mean, we could give it to Gravelix or something. I mean, if you want to get clever with it. But yeah, the Dagda would actually, the fact that you could trigger healing with it and then the book makes it max healing is pretty fantastic.
Yep.
DM,
Yeah.
I was going to
Does
say,
that-
if it doesn't go to you, go ahead.
does that very large sword have the heavy and reach properties?
Definitely.
So, just question.
Mhm.
Would polearm master stuff apply to that great giant sword?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Just curious. Not sure I could use a full
That's-
strike with it, but
That's kind of borderline. I
Yeah.
think the idea of a pole arm is that it has a pole. It's kind of in the
I do-
name.
I do too. I was throwing it out there. So, I'll leave that there. I'm willing to. I'm more than happy to accept any ruling on that. I'm reaching really.
Okay, in terms of like your pole strike extra attack, no.
I-
but it
well,
would
I
give you
don't-
reach in terms of getting that opportunity attack.
Okay, cool. That's the one I was hoping to get, the reactive strike.
Yeah.
So, I figured pole arm. I don't think I would have felt comfortable using a pole strike with that because it's not. There's no pole to strike with.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
But no, I'll give you the reactive strike with it.
cool.
So I think Helena. This is, lays down and pretty quickly goes to sleep.
I just noticed. Did we think about the rod and the staff? We have the staff is not. You still have the staff, don't you? X.
Yeah, I was saying I would rather have the rod and the book both attuned and give somebody else the staff. But the fact that that staff can cast an earthquake might be a game saver for us. So I feel like somebody in the group has to have it attuned, or it would be a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind attuning to it.
Cool.
It can be used one-handed. I suppose I can carry it on my back.
Sure.
I'll attune to it if you don't. Yeah. kind of goes with my whole mold earth vibe. He's an earthy kind of guy, so let's see if
All right,
you vibe with that.
I'll give it to you.
All right. Consider it a group resource, though, whatever we needed for crowd control.
Oh yeah, it's pretty useful.
Yeah.
Move earth and stone once a day, catapult 3 times a day, wall of earth once a day, twice a day
Yeah.
for melts minute meteors.
Yeah,
And,
it's pretty glorious.
Yeah, earthquake, but it takes half your constitution to do it.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's cool.
Well, it's an 8th level wizard spell, so it's no joke.
Yep.
You know?
It's pretty amazing. Yeah.
And if it doesn't say, they're all +3 weapons. The weapons are +3, that is.
I'm going to smack somebody in the face with a +3 book.
Well, the book, instead of being like a +3 weapon, it does give you a +1 to your magical attacks and saving throws. Or a +3 to your magical attacks, and currently a +1 to saving throws.
Well, I'm certainly ready to go to sleep. I'll probably sleep here by the door. And, make sure no one comes in. Someone should probably go up on the roof and cut that rope free, by the way.
That is a good idea. DM, you said the sword is attuned or not attuned?
Let's see, the sword does take attunement, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
All right, so as you all rest, attuned to these items, Merlin, he sort of occasionally falls asleep in the middle of his pile of work, wakes back up, and continues until he has a launcher on his back that will launch the Spear of Lu while he has his hands free. Some hours later, if anyone's still still asleep, he wakes you all up with a sharp and high-pitched, "Wake up! It is time to go! Our enemies can rest as well." make sure you click that long rest button on your character sheets.
All right.
Bossy little guy, isn't he? Rasps Helena.
Just let me make my coffee.
I'll take some coffee, says Helena. If you've got an extra cup. I mean, I have a cup. She pulls out sort of a dingy cup and wipes it with some of her rags.
I've got a tin cup. Start heating it up.
You have 10 cups. That's enough for everybody. But
I got 10 tin cups. That's what I got. They all stacked together neatly in my bag here, you see. For picnics and such.
Well, I think this is the closest we're going to get until we, I don't know, kill the masters, I guess. What are we doing anyway? What's our next plan? Says Helena.
Well, we take out that hag.
I say we leave the hag and head upward. Let's disrupt this ritual for good.
All right.
The hag is of no consequence!
Oh, guess we'll talk to her later.
I don't believe she's a friend. She seemed
think so either.
upset that we killed.
And
Beings or slimes.
yeah, so didn't one of you say that the hag was working with the goblins here? Doing something to them? Maybe we should kill her, says Helena. She just kind of glares at Merlon.
Well, if there's a ritual and that's a timely matter, and, we wouldn't want to be late to the occasion, right? People appreciate it when you show up just a little bit early for big rituals like that. Unless, I don't want to be that guy, though, who shows up like a half hour before the ritual and no one else is there.
What does X think?
I think X is content to just leave the hag alone. Like, let's not add more difficulty. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll still have to deal with her after we've dealt with the stone, but let's leave that for after. I think that's what X
Yeah.
thinks.
I'm fine with that, too.
What about Lokag? What's he think?
listen, I think we came here to kill goblins, so we should focus on killing the goblins. That is right. Isn't that right, Leader Merlung?
That is correct!
Yeah, see? This guy, he gets it.
We must kill the masters. Everything else is a waste of time!
Lokag taking the initiative as Merlung's captain gets up. All right, you lags. Let's get it all together. Get moving up and at him. Huttu, huttu, huttu. And he's like kind of pacing around the ring. Just like, get moving, everyone. Off your butts.
Merlon is kind of scampering to stay in front of you. He's got his gauntleted fists on his hips. He's just sort of, looking at each one of you, kind of looking back to make sure he's a step ahead of Lokag. Yes, listen to the captain! Now, as you saw, there is a secret passageway. There are also stairs. These stairs are guarded by hobgoblins. The secret passageway leads to Greenbelly's rooms, his chambers, where he conducts his own part of the rituals. But Greenbelly is not important!
Why is Greenbelly not important?
Because the masters are all that is important. Everything else is a waste of time, as I have said.
Golden Girl, I think we take Secret Passage. What do you think? Cliff?
I agree. I think Secret Passage
Yeah,
is the right
I'm all about
path
the
forward.
secret.
Okay, sounds good.
Very good.
I think maybe we head down the rope again. Did anyone cut that before our long rest?
I don't know. They'd know we were here if we cut it, unless you think they already did know we were here. But leaving it alone, well, makes them think we never came back.
Well, if nobody cut it, then rope should still be there. Let's
I
go
hope so.
on the rope.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Lokag will start heading out to the roof.
Oh yeah.
As he climbs up, does he see that? Is the rope still there?
It is.
I guess he wants to try and do a stealthy look around, but maybe I guess he'll leave that to someone else.
All right.
Oh, I'm taking up a lot of the speaking time here, but real quick, Lokag wants to look up and see if the bridge is still halfway cocked between two of the entrances, or if it's been fully turned.
It is. It has not been turned.
Okay, cool. Just noted for later.
All right, as you climb out and check the rope, you can see there's some large figures hiding along the wall. The flames to the brazier have been put out, or at least they're burning incredibly low, but not so low that you can't see. Three large shapes hiding out front of the entrance to those caverns. The flames inside the bugbear dens have long since gone out or been put out. And you suspect the three shapes that you see are bugbears. The gang told you that they were supposed to, Clifford told you that they were supposed to be pretty stealthy. So you figure if you see three of them, there's probably more than that.
Okay, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking you all shoot arrows at the bugbears, and then I will come sliding down the rope and secure our landing zone.
Works for me, buddy.
Fine by me, says Helena. I'll just move up and cover you. Bugbears, you say? Let's see how this bow handles some bugbears.
Leader Merlin,
I will command from the rear!
that sounds like a good idea. And maybe be a little quieter. You are screaming literally every word. Just an advice from Captain Lokag.
A leader must be heard!
Lokag just puts his hand over his head. He goes, okay, well, you know, you guys kick it off and I'll slide down the rope. I'll take them on.
Alright, does everybody else want to move up in stealth? Or if so, go ahead
yeah,
and
I'll
roll your stealth checks.
Yeah, I'll stealth up first.
Okay, I
Is
guess
there any-
Lokag will hang back.
Is there any hope of being able to? No, you can go with me, but I wonder if is it possible for us to stealth on the ropes, or is that just like your obvious?
You'll be out in the open, yeah. Once
Yeah,
you're within the
so
range of their dark
I
vision,
think-
they'll be able to see you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stay on the edge of the roof where I can still shoot them. I wonder if I can get prone. That fog's not there either, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, I got you covered on the roof if you want to do your slide.
I will long strider the Lokag before we kick any of this off.
Oh, sweet. 1 hour, right?
1 hour.
Okay.
I could probably afford to long strider Millie as well, if you would like it.
I don't know if it'd be too necessary. There wouldn't be. I mean, it would be nice.
All right, let's try it. So you can have long strider also.
All right.
Just as Lokag will basically start psyching himself up so that he can, as soon as the first shots are fired, he's gonna go into a rage and rage with the raft, so that his allies have range.
Nice.
Nice.
Just that hyper focus before battle.
And the only bonus I want to do is cast jump at the beginning of this.
Okay.
So I should be able to jump across.
All right, so when are you wanting to do that? Are you wanting to do that before Lokag moves across the rope?
No, just if we're talking about what we're doing ahead of time, he'll do that. It's a bonus action, so I'll just do it when he rages.
Okay. So Helena, the rats and the goblins all clamber up onto the roof on the far side, away from where Lokag thinks there's bugbears.
I don't think I rolled stealth yet, sorry.
Yeah, let's go ahead and see that.
I'm just going to sort of stay low to the ground. Ooh, not a great roll. But I do have Pass Without Trace, or is that up yet?
I don't think it's up anymore.
Yeah,
Alright.
no one mentioned it.
All right, yeah, then I don't know if I'm close enough for them to see, but I will be prone for now.
Okay. So belly crawling across the rooftops. All right, but it seems that one of them did hear you. It moves over toward the brazier and drops a heavy cloth over it. And the area goes completely dark. You can hear those three bugbears moving. But again, as now it's totally dark over there. What's Clifford's dark vision range?
I think it's 60, but I'll have to check.
I'm pretty sure that's right. X, what about you? What's your dark vision range?
60.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's the same. Still on both sides. 60, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, the area is just a river of darkness over there. No flames come from within the bugbear hovels.
Do we think that put the fire out, or it just put a cloth
Covered it.
over it?
Yeah, likely just. Who knows? You're not exactly sure. You didn't hear the flame sizzle.
Right. Yeah, we can make our own light, yeah.
Lokag, Blokag suggests that he could start it off by sliding down the rope and basically just dashing his way to the brazier. Long strider, he
No.
can make it.
We gotta light the place up, and you don't know where you're going.
I've got a good idea of where it was.
Why don't we just light the place up? I think I've got.
So
I have someone to light.
while you all would be able to see if someone cast like a light spell or threw a torch over there, would also make it a lot easier to see you depending on where you place it, and it could potentially ruin some stealth. But again, that'd be based on where you placed it.
Well, look. I know where I'm going. Why don't I try to sneak in there? I'll hop in there. I can see them. They can see me. At least we're even. They're gonna have an advantage against you, and well, I don't mind taking the risk. What do you say?
All right.
Hex will give Cliff kind of a thumbs up and also like shield up.
Oh, shield of faith? Oh, shield up, like that's what you're doing with the other arm, is holding the shield up? That's fine. I think I can jump 30 feet to the brazier. I think I know how. So, what do you want me to roll? That's 30 feet to jump across from the corner here to over here. That's 30-foot jump if I use my jumpy. You want me to roll another stealth?
Nope, you've already rolled stealth. That's going to be your stealth for now.
All right, so they might see me. That's just my move action. I will ready action to fire if I see one of them. Yeah, ready action if I see one of them appear within my 60 feet. Do I see any of them yet? I am now much closer.
Give me just a moment.
Yeah, then might just shoot them. Or I might play it cool. Let's see.
You see 3 of them. They are, let's see here. They are leveling javelins at you. They're a little bit out of range. I do alter the range of javelins by 10 feet in my games, and hand axes and stuff like thrown weapons I'll also alter.
They're a little long. They have a little longer range.
Yeah, javelins will have 40 feet. Javelins were
All right,
traditionally pretty long range weapons.
All right.
But
so I know I'm out of range for now. As far as
except for one of them is going to be in range, I think.
All right.
Nope, not quite. So they're all going to be at disadvantage. They're each going to snap out a javelin towards you as soon as they see you.
All right. So the top one can, and we can all see each other basically. Yeah, we can all see each other. So, do you want to take your shots?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just roll them out, and you can roll yours out.
Yeah. I may just. Can I dodge? I'll dodge. For my action, so you can roll. If you haven't rolled yet.
I've already rolled. It's fine.
Then never mind.
Either way, only one of them is going to hit you for a 20.
That's fine.
I think
Oh, 23 now. With my fancy shield.
With fancy shield, that's
so,
right.
So
they all
never
miss.
mind on the dodge anyway.
One of them shatters on your shield.
Beautiful. Well, I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do, and I'll just keep running.
Okay.
And can I move, object interaction pull the tarp off?
Absolutely. Give me just a moment.
I'll try to do it with a flourish as best I can with my -1 performance check. See how. Oh yeah, not much of a flourish. It looks like he's just setting up a campsite and he's just being 0 on my performance check.
All right, hold on just a moment. So as you dash closer, you spot other figures, but not before they too make attacks. One of them's still out of range.
Right.
Two of them there are close. They're going to get advantage, but against that 23 AC, probably going to miss. Because these were hidden.
Sneaky. Whoop.
So
Praise the shield.
Nice.
Shield of Maeve.
2 misses there. There is... Let's see here. Another one at disadvantage.
Yes, you're gonna crit me. I'm worried about the crits. Is my biggest concern.
Understandable.
Oh, see, I jinxed it. Oh, but disadvantage, right?
Not from this one. This one was one of the ones you did not spot.
Then that one's gonna hurt.
Yes, give me just a moment. Let me double check on that. Yeah, right in that 30 foot of range. So yeah, it's going to get... Hopefully this does right. That did not do right. Okay. I am going to roll this again. There's also going to be, for this one, a sneak attack bonus.
Oh.
In which case... So 14 plus 17, it's going to be 31 piercing damage.
Wow. Damn, all from that one.
From this one here.
Nasty. Boy, well, I'm a pincushion now. So what was that? 14 and 7. All right, 31. Damn.
You rush up and you pull the heavy leather. It seems like it's wet leather off the top of the brazier. Dim light blossoms again in the area. And everyone highlight your tokens and roll initiative.
Boy. Better me than you, Lokag.
I'll get the other characters. All right, so at the top of the order, make sure that's right, is Lokag.
All right, Lokag, psyching himself up, getting in that rage of the rat. He is gonna take his movement. Oh wow! So I guess he's gonna dash anyways. So he's gonna take his movement and dash. And he can go 110 feet. And he's just gonna get right up in there. He's gonna go.
Yeah, no extra movement
Right.
to slide on the rope, of course.
Here. Okay, good. That's the full 110 feet.
Beautiful.
Any bonus actions
And-
for Lokag?
Used his bonus action to rage. So, rage of the rat. Everyone within 5 feet of Lokag is the party has advantage on.
Nice. Which is
And
the
that
one that
is
critted
turn.
Clifford.
Credited.
Critted with a sneak attack. Next in the order is Millie.
All right. Clarifying question. Where does the rope begin? That movement is not being accounted for.
So yeah, that square officially.
As a bonus action, she will restart Shield of Faith.
Nice.
The rope. Oh, that's just enough movement with the long strider, so that really helped
Nice.
to get there.
Awesome.
There we go, long strider for the win there.
Yeah, good thinking, X. So that's movement, action, and bonus action, yeah?
That was movement, bonus action.
Ah, okay.
I have yet to take an action, which will be to attack this bugbear.
You probably screwed up in time to see it zero cliff with a single javelin toss.
I am next to low CAG, which means advantage.
Yep.
It was so close to a natural 20.
That's
But
definitely
that is a
hit.
27 to hit for 11 damage.
All right. You have a second attack still.
This is true. I was just debating how many spell slots I want to burn
Oh
in
yeah,
this
yeah.
first round of combat.
Thinking of your smites, yeah.
Instead, yeah. I'm just using another attack to attack him again. Another advantage. God. 15 to hit.
15 is his AC. That's gonna hit.
Nice.
Amazing. 7 damage.
Nice. The bugbear's eyes widen as the golden-skinned warrior with this gleaming blade rushes up and grunts as you slash, cutting into its hide armor. All right. Next in the action.
Awesome. And it's sapped.
Nice. Reminder there. Help me remember. The bugbear nearby moves up to attack Millie. Well, let's see here. Yeah. Not the smartest creatures. It has a morning star. It drops its javelin, plucks up a morning star from leaning against the wall, drags it in an upward arc at Millie for a
Yeah,
19.
Can you put the map on for the stream, please?
Oh, apologies, and thanks for the reminder. I most certainly can. Get rid of that.
19 will be this.
Yeah. All right, there we are. Yeah, the bugbear swings for 19. Of course, that misses Millie. Lena creeps her way up to here. And I think she's going to try out Nuwada's bow. Let's see here. X if you want to make Helena's attacks. She'll have 3 at a whopping plus 10. Alright, that 1 is of course gonna miss, so roll a d6 for the mishap.
She's gonna reroll that. Never mind. She can't. Right.
Yeah, only players get inspiration, not characters. So you could use yours if you wanted to use your inspiration.
Use my inspiration and give it to her to reroll it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Let's go.
Go ahead. Nice, because she was
Alright,
going to
so
drop her bow.
A 19, a 21, and a 14.
All right, the 14 is going to miss. The other 2 are definitely going to hit. I believe it is a D8 plus, give me a second here, plus 7.
$18 damage.
Awesome. And she is attacking the
Injured one.
injured one, yeah. That is the rest of her movement. She shouts at Bubby. He begins to scamper down the rope. As do her rattlings. If it would just give me that. She used her stealth sneaking up. Does not have a long strider. Another bugbear pushes itself off the wall, sort of trying to come as much in a crouch, getting some cover behind the giant brazier, and swings its heavy two-handed mace at Clifford. A single roll, 11, is going to miss. And next in the order is Clifford.
All right. I was thinking about doing something clever, but he wants to dance. Pull out my blinding blade.
At least he doesn't want to make romance.
Yeah, pull out the blinding blade. I'm gonna boom this. So I haven't been in melee in a while, so this is exciting. See what I get. 22 hit, I assume.
That's a hit for sure.
All right, and then he'll get a boom. Did it both? No, yeah, good. So that's 12. And I'll go ahead and put a hunter's mark on him while we're here, since I'm fresh. So that'll be another D6 force damage. I'll do that too. And the best way to do that here is just go like this. Okay. So another 4.
All right. Bugbear seems pretty hurt. Doesn't fall.
Good. Then I'm going to risk opportunity attack to get a little distance.
Don't you get extra attack as well?
Oh, I do get an extra attack. Thanks for the reminder. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's see if he's dead first. Straight attack. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and he's blinded by the blade as well. So I believe I would have advantage.
You would.
Unless he has like...
Let's see, let me make that save for him.
Alright. Either way, I think it's going to hit.
Yeah, it's definitely going to hit. And he is blinded.
So another 6, and he doesn't get the it doesn't work twice in the same turn for Hunter's Mark, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 6 more.
All right. And he's vexed, so his next turn, his next attack will have disadvantage.
All right, then I'm going to use that now, and I'm going to try to move away from him.
Okay. He's
before
blind,
he,
so he can't see you to make that attack of opportunity.
Oh, nice. Beautiful. Love it. where can I get a little distance here? Is this shady back up here?
I mean, it's all dark.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's dark. Well,
Yeah, so
but
you get
there's
away
the
from
brazier
the...
here.
Yeah, yeah.
Where the brazier is. But is it dark here? Or do I have to get farther?
Yeah, you're right at the edge. It gives 20 feet of dim light
All right.
all the way
So
around
I'm
it. So
good
you're
there.
just out of the range.
All right. So I'm in. Okay, cool. That's it.
All right. Next in the order is X.
X would like to try to shimmy down this rat-infested rope right now.
Okay.
So if I do my movement and then my bonus action dash for cunning action, I can get to there.
Okay. Let's make that acrobatics check if you're running down the rope.
I am. Phew.
Nice. I just
16?
like the image of X darting down this rope and leaping over one large rat and several other rats as they sort of, some of them are slung underneath it, some are crawling along the top.
And then there's two of them standing within 5 feet of each other right here.
That's true.
The wounded guy and the one next to Millie.
Mm-hmm.
So I can Reaper them with Toll the Dead.
Awesome. Okay.
Let's
They
do
make
that.
some wisdom saving throws. A 17 and a 13. The healthy bugbear makes a save, but the wounded bugbear does not.
If that book is affecting my spell DC, then it's higher than 17 now.
Nice. Okay.
Um,
In which
It
case,
shows a 19 if I use a +3 from the book.
okay. Oh no, the book gives you a +1 on your DCs, +3 to spell attacks.
Okay, so then it would be an 18 because it was a 17 before.
Yeah. So it's going to fail. One's hurt, the other's unhurt.
10 to the injured one, and 8 to the uninjured one.
So an interesting thing happens when you kill one of them. The wounded one is actually drug down into the stone as if it's loose ground. Even though the stone at Millie and Lokak's feet is as solid as ever.
School player
bugbear
0
dies,
says, another one
its
bites the dust, balancing
Legs
the
disappear
scales.
into the stone as if it's drug
The hands
part of
actually
the way.
pull him in.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
All right. Anything else for X?
That's all I got.
All right. One of the bugbears attacks Lokag. It too with a two-headed morning star. And a 12 to hit is going to miss. Give me just a moment. One roars and steps over its fallen comrade. And let's see here. It's probably going to attack Lokag. They look for easy targets. And he is not wearing heavy armor and wearing a shield. But still, that 11 is going to miss Lokag. One of them flees off after Clifford, attacking with its Morning Star. So they should not be with advantage or disadvantage. Ooh, a nat 1. I'm going to re-roll that with my inspiration. And turn it into a 14. Still going to miss Clifford. Merlun glides forward, attaching himself to the rope. Can't end his space there. Give me just a moment on Merlun. He's a little bit of a movement boost. So he could actually end up there. Checking something really quick. No. He will keep his position there. One bugbear flees into a chamber. You hear the bugbear beginning to shout. Clifford, the bugbear is calling an alarm, waking others. Get up, fatheads! We have company! We're getting killed! Let's see here. Did not roll for Gravelix, so we'll just say he takes his action. Tries to move down the rope as well. Now, as some of you rush into the fray, Clifford dodging back, followed by one of them. The rats and goblins make their way across the rope while Helena tries out the features of Nuada's silver bow. Another bugbear calls alarm and begins to wake others. But we'll have to find out what happens next session. Session 41 of GoblinStone. I think this is a good spot to pause here, coming back into the top of the order. But yeah. A little bit of a balanced session, I felt like. We all had some decision making. There was some role play that happened. And of course, as always, some combat. But the bugbears are not standing up as quite as long as even the hobgoblins. Much more disciplined, much more heavily armored. But you expect that there are quite a number of bugbears. But let's check in. How was y'all's session? Cliff, how about you? Any thoughts for you on the session? Oh, you're muted, bud.
Sorry about that. Yeah. No, this is great. We're all being strategical about this, and it's pretty glorious to just come swinging in there and leaping into fray, and just that one hit that gets him. Like the shield is like blocking all the other things. The shield of Maeve is just like magically deflecting all, but the rogue just gets under it. So it was kind of poetic. Yeah, I'm having a good time.
Heck yeah.
Good sesh.
I'm looking forward to the first enemy that casts a targeted spell on Clifford. Clifford gets a nat 20 on his save, and we get to see what happens.
Oh God, yeah.
Well, how about you, Lokag? The foe of slimes.
I don't like slimes very much. I think I'm going to agree with Rat Girl that they are very annoying. Very happy to be back on the platform and facing bugbears. They're more my size. So, seems more fair to me.
Absolutely. How about you, Locator? Any thoughts for you on the session?
I don't know. I love all the imagery. You know, we're inside the stone. We're kind of huddled around this flame, getting all the magical power we can from it, cleaning up these artifacts, distributing them among the group. You know, I don't know. It feels like a really, to me, really cool imagery. And then, like Clifford said, just running into battle. I tell you what, Longstrider does one thing that is not so great. Y'all can outrun Bless by a long, long way.
That's true. Come back, children. Come back. Whee!
Well, hopefully that's a little bit offset by the new attack bonuses that much of the party has.
Yeah.
Well, Jay Finke, how about you? Any thoughts for you on the session?
Yeah, it was good. I think it started out a little slow, just us trying to kind of figure out what was next with the artifacts, but we figured that out kind of quickly and went about kind of our plan there. And glad we kind of didn't take too much time figuring out the stairs situation, the cliffs. I know that was something that the first time I think we encountered it, we ran into that same kind of bounding of, I guess we have to go that long way around, and that was one of those weird situations. I think we've come a long way. We've grabbed a lot of gear on the way back down here from our first time in to the stone, so glad we just annihilated all those oozes. I was expecting that to take us some time, but yeah, that was very interesting, especially going at that with not a whole lot left in our arsenal.
Yeah.
You think we're ready to fight a dragon?
Great worm. We're good. Take it.
Heck yeah. Well, definitely, I enjoyed this, and as you all kind of get further and further, and start making that push and making decisions more quickly, like it gets more exciting for me to run it for sure, and both in terms of just not sure what you all are going to do next, and then there's lots of different things going on, lots of different things that between you all and your goals. So, but heck yeah. Sounds like next session we'll start back out in this combat. You guys will make your way toward that secret chamber. Take the stairs up into the chamber of Greenbelly, another goblin magic user. And then from there it seems like Merlun knows the stone pretty well. So you all might be able to check in with him on routes and patrols and things like that. He seems unfriendly with the rest of the goblins in this place and has survived to be a most powerful of all wizards, according to him. But heck yeah, gang. Hope you all had a good Memorial Day. Midlanders, viewers out there, thanks for being with us for another session. As we are kind of pushing toward the conclusion of this module for good or for ill. It's exciting to have you guys with us, and we'll see y'all next week. Take good care of yourselves. Be well. Get out there. Play your story. And we'll see y'all next week, everybody. Say goodnight, Midlanders.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Oh.
Good night.
Good night.